Alright guys, hey, it's been a long time since I've done a little tutorial video here for the Boss GT1 multi-effects processor. But I've gotten a question requested often on my how to assign video, and I thought I would make a video about it to show you how you can set up your expression pedal on board the GT100 or any other expression pedal that you connect to the external effects socket over there. I'm just going to concentrate on the EXP1 pedal here. The procedure is the same for hooking up an external pedal, so that should be pretty much the same settings and procedures you could use to set up an external pedal. I've been asked a lot about how do you assign the expression pedal 1 here to, let's say you have an overdrive stomp on over here, and you have the gain set at 50 by default, and you have the sound where you like it. Then you want a little bit extra gain, for example, for one part of a song or for a solo part or something, and you want to use the expression pedal to rock it all the way forward to get that certain amount of extra gain, for example, or level, whatever you like. So I'm going to show you how you can do this. So to set all this up, you need to go into the memory edit button down here at first. Let me just zoom in here. Press the memory edit button, and then I will have to take you in a little closer to the screen here so you can actually see what's going on the screen. So let me just get that positioned right there, and oh, that's a good picture. Decent stuff. Okay, so the way you're going to set this up, you're not going to do any settings here at the pedal setting. That is just going to control what type of wah pedal you want if you're going to use that. So we're not concerned about that, and we're not concerned about the foot volume settings either. It's just supposed to be where it is. We have to scroll till we find the EX1 setting, as you can see right here. You have to press enter, and then you can see that by default the expression 1 is set to the function is set to pedal effects and foot volume. And if you leave the pedal at that setting, then you won't get the full potential out of your assign with the gain, because when you're going to rock your expression or volume pedal all the way back, you won't get any sound. And when you rock the pedal all the way forward to get any sound out, then you're going to have the gain set at full. Or at least it's going to go up to the amount that you've assigned the pedal to do. So we have to adjust the setting. So you have to take your control knob number 1 over here, and you have to set it to pedal effects. And when you do that, you basically take out the volume function of the pedal. So by rocking the expression volume pedal back and forth, is not going to change the volume. That part has basically been disabled. So set it to pedal effects. Then you have to press the exit button to get out, and then you would have to set up an assign. Go to the first available assign here, A1, press the enter button, turn the assign on, select what source you're going to assign the functions to. You have to scroll down to EXP1, and if you leave it at toggle, then it's like assigning the C tier 1, and by pressing it down once is going to get it to the assigned parameter. Rocking it back is not going to do anything. Rocking it forward again is going to take it out of that assigned parameter, and rocking it down. So for the most optimal option here, you're going to set it to momentary, meaning that rock it forward, you get that extra amount of gain that you've assigned. Rock it back, it takes it right back to the amount of gain that you had on before. So that's the most optimal way to do it. So turn the assign on, select the EXP1, set the mode to momentary, then press enter to get to the next screen, because now we're going to select what category we're going to assign here. So let's say that on this patch we want to alter the overdrive stomp, the gain of the overdrive stomp that we have on. So we set the category to ODDS, but over here in the target we're going to select what target that we want to control with the assign here. So we do not want to control the type of the preamp or the overdrive in this matter here. We want to scroll until we see the drive. Then we're going to press enter again, and then we have to set the minimum now. So let's say that by default you want your crunchy tone with your overdrive turned on. You want the drive to be at 50%. That's also where it is by default. So let's say that's where you want it. If you want less, want more, you can always just adjust the minimum to that. Then over here we have to set the maximum. So let's say that you have a part or you have a lead solo somewhere in your song, and you want to rock that expression pedal all the way forward to get more sustain or more gain, anything like that. Then you have to decide how much gain in this particular you want. So let's say by minimum I want it to be 50, and when I have that extra part coming up, I want the drive to go from 50 to 80. So now I've set all the assigns here. Let me just show you. I've turned the assign on. I've set the source to EXP1. You've set the mode to momentary. You've set the category to the overdrive distortion stomp block. You've set the target to the drive, because that's the parameter we want to control this time. Press enter again. You have to set the minimum. You have to set the maximum, and we've done that. Now you press the exit button to get out here on your signal chain. Scroll to your OD effects block, press enter, and right now I have the expression pedal all the way back. So my drive is where it should be. It should be at its minimum, which is 50%. When I now press the expression pedal all the way forward, you should see that the drive should change from 50 to 80. So I'm just going to rock it slightly forward, and you can see the numbers are changing. And right now I have the expression pedal all the way forward. So this also means that right now you do not have a volume pedal on your board, because you've taken the volume part out of the volume expression pedal. And remember, we only set the expression pedal to do pedal effects only. So you have to adjust your individual patches to match the level that you want to play in or with. So if you're just sitting at home jamming in your bedroom, then you can easily do this on all your patches. If you want to use this feature with your band or live, anything like that, then you would have to take your GT100 to your practice rehearsal space with your band and dial in your desired output, so that you know that you will be heard and that your volume is as it should be, because you don't have the function of that pedal in this patch to do it. Another way could be to basically just connect another volume pedal, not by using the external output up here, but basically just taking another volume pedal and connected it before the input of the GT. Then you would have kind of like a master volume if you want to control it any further than that. But right now I've done this, and this is just basically for an overdrive. Now let's say if you wanted to do this on one of the preamps here in GT1, if you go to the preamp, and let's say that I choose the Marshall type preamp here, and I like the level, I like all the EQs, and I've set my speaker type, set it to 2 times 12 inches, anything like that, and everything is where I like it. Now I just want a little bit extra gain for a part of the song, or just to add a little bit more grit to the sound. Guess what? Then you would have to do the same as we just did. So press the memory edit button, scroll to the EX1 again, have to make sure that it's set to pedal effects, then scroll to the next available signs. Right now we've just used the sign 1, but you can use that again too. Just go in and change the category. So that's what we're going to do now. Change the category to preamp, and again set it to gain, scroll through, and then again set it to the minimum target of gain that you want. Let's just say that it's 50 this time again. And right now I just want a little bit extra, so let's say I just wanted to go from 50 to 60 or 65, let's say that. And basically my sign has been set up again. So if I go out here and I get into the preamp menu, and I now have the expression pedal all the way back, and the gain is still at 50. So I'm going to rock the expression pedal all the way forward, and you can see that the numbers are changing. So it just went from 50 to 65 there, and the expression pedal is now all the way forward. And when I rock it back again, you'll see that it returns to 50. So you can do it for almost any of the effects on the GT1 here. You could do it for the delay too, if you have a delay on, and you want, for example, you want to change the feedback or the delay or even the time maybe. You have to do the same thing. Press the memory edit button. Make sure that the expression 1 is set to pedal effects. Scroll to the first available sign, and let's just select the delay in this case here. The delay is right here, and again set the target. Let's just say you wanted to change the time this time, and set the minimum. So let's say that you're playing a song where the beats per minute of the song is 400 milliseconds, and then you want a little bit extra or go crazy, anything like that. You can set this the way you want it. This is just for demonstration purposes. So let's say you want the time to go from 400 milliseconds all the way up to 800 milliseconds. And we've assigned it to the expression. So if you go into the delay, and I now have the expression pedal all the way back, and I now press it all the way forward, you will see that it goes up to 800. So back, forward, back, and forward. So this is what you will have to do for anything that that you want to control or assign with the EXP1 expression pedal on the Boss GT1 here. So guys, I hope this was a bit helpful for you. Otherwise, you can always leave a comment or say, I didn't get this, I didn't get that, can you do this, can you do that? And I'll try to help you out as good as I possibly can. So I hope this will help a lot of you out. So check it out and see what it does for you, and let me know if it works. So until next time, guys, I'll see you. Oh, one quick thing that I forgot to mention, guys. The way that we set up the expression 1 pedal here, that we changed the function from pedal effects volume to pedal effects. As you can see, if I just go in a little closer here, we changed it from pedal effects volume to pedal effects. And this is individual for every patch. So that is kind of nice, because if you only need 2 patches where you need to use the expression pedal as an expression pedal only, then you have the possibility of doing that. So you won't have to go in and adjust every volume on every patch, because you can only have it on either of the both. So on this patch that we created and I showed you, I just set the function to pedal effects. When I save that and I go to the next patch, the expression pedal is by default set to pedal effects. So I just thought that was kind of handy to know. So I just wanted to add that. So also for the sake that you have to adjust it every time you want to use it on a patch. So this is not an overall setting that you have to set one and then forget it. You have to do this on each individual patch. But wait, no worries about that. It's just going to make the functions a lot easier. You can customize it to whatever you like and however you like to use it. So I just find that great. Just want to share that with you. So see you next time, guys.